Let's talk about permutation in string. So given two string S1 and S2, return true if S2 contain a permutation of S1 or false otherwise. So there's example 1. So S1 is equal to AB, S2 equal to this string, right? And there's a substring inside S2, so which you return true. And for example 2, this is not a permutation of S1 because there's a character between B and A. So there's a way to do the question. So using a counting array, so you increment every character in S1 in a counting array, and you decrement every character in S2 with the same length of S1. So if I use E, and I will decrement, right? If I use I will decrement again because the length of the EI is equal to 2, right? Which is equal to S1 dot length, right? But if I come to the character, the third character D, I will have to increment an E because this should be the length of S1 and this is out of bound, right? So I need to increment back because this is not the substring or this is not the permutation of the S1, right? So I need to recover the link, right? So I'm going to just write in length 1 equal to S1 dot length length 2 equal to S2 dot length. And I'm going to traverse for the counting array. So counting array in 26 for char C inside S2 S1, sorry. I will have to increment C minus A plus plus. And also we need to know like if S1 dot length, which is length 1, is greater than n length 2, we return false. So look at this. If you need a permutation, right, it should be, the length should be equal. If you have greater, then this definitely return false. And also S1 is more likely less than S2. So this is the base case. So I need to traverse the S2. So just making sure you need to increment within the same length, right? Within the same length of S1. And you decrement every single time, be honest, every single time. So CND and X2 dot chart at AI minus A plus minus third. And also, how do we actually detect if these are the substring? So you do know that when the counting arrays are all 0, which means there is a substring for sure, right? So imagine like you decrement a B, decrement a A, right? You also increment EID, right? Which is actually for this position in the counting array is 0, right? So you know at this time the counting array is at is all 0 right now. So I need a helper function, so probably boolean or 0 or 0 check. Doesn't matter. 0 check in counting array. For in I equal to 0, I less than. So if there's a I is not equal to 0, I'll just return false. This will make it quicker. And if for 0 check is true, then we will just return true. Else will return false. And what do we do the send length the if statement? So if I minus length 1 greater equal to 0, right? This has to be this has to be like I has to be greater than 0, right? So I is currently 2, so length 1 is currently 2. I has to be 2. 2 minus 2 greater equal to 0. So you add back. So you add a string 2 dot char at I minus length 1, right? Back to the counting array. So we need the character in S2 and the length is I minus length 1. And then definitely don't miss in the character A. So let's just run it. Oh, I have a error. Oh, char. Zero check counting array. Oh, this is O. And here we go. It's pretty much it. And pass the test. So let's talk about time and space complexity. For the time, and this is all of length of S1. This is all of length of S2 times 26, right? So let's be honest, this should be like the time, for the time, it should be all of S1, I mean length 1, length 1 or length 2. And you could multiply by 26, but it doesn't matter. And space complexity, this will be all of 26 because a continuous array needs this amount of space. And this is pretty much it. So if you like the video, subscribe, press a like if you want it, and leave a comment if you have any question. I will see you next time. Bye.